Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shika. I'm a social media mentor, travel lifestyle content creator, and owner of Blogit. And today we're going to be going over how you can grow your Instagram account using shoutouts. I thought of 5 different types of shoutouts that you should be including on your feed in order to help you grow as a content creator, a blogger, a personal brand, whatever you are. I think these are so important as far as making sure that you have an authentic account and you're growing organically, and obviously you're making sure that the people that are following you are close and they also genuinely love what you stand for. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first things first, I wrote down on my list on my notepad today. I don't have my phone because my phone's charging right now, so I have a little notepad-y thing. So the first one is small accounts, making sure that you are reaching out and shout-outing small accounts. What I mean by small accounts are accounts that are either less than your following or less than your engagement, or the same, or maybe around. Now this depends, like if you're obviously starting, a small account can also be justified as maybe like 10 to 15. I always say kind of it's based on where you stand to make sure that you can complement each other. These are so great because it's usually people that are in your niche or in your audience or within, or maybe has the same target audience that you have, and they're more likely to shout out because they obviously want the love too. Like, it's so sad to say this, but like bigger accounts, it's kind of harder for them to actually share the love. From experience, I remember like when I first started, I would shout out a bigger account and be like, oh, okay, I guess not. Not expecting them to like, you know, shout at me back, but just being like, hey, like, awesome, thanks so much for the love, or something like that. That's all I need. I don't need you to necessarily to help shout out, whatever. But what I mean by that is just like smaller accounts are more likely to help and support one another because, you know, we're both kind of like trying to get the same thing. We're trying to also build our community. So a great way to do that is just to think about some accounts that you already follow that are smaller, or accounts that you also engage with a lot because maybe they have the same audience or you're inspired by their content, and introduce yourself. Just be like, hey, how's it going? And like chat with them and like, you know, support one another. Maybe a blog post, you want to shout out the other one's blog post. Maybe you want to shout out their new post that they just posted. Let's be real here. We are all kind of like trying to, you know, get some love on Instagram. So let's just, you know, hold against the algorithm and just do that so we can help each other out. So small accounts, way to go. The second one is big accounts. So this is really great because, you know, obviously bigger accounts, sometimes it's kind of nice when a bigger account, you know, re-shout outs you or reposts you. But the most important part why I love to shout out big accounts is because usually it's something familiar. I know it sounds weird, but like a lot of the things, if I were to post something like, I don't know, Lost LeBlanc or Fun for Louie or whatever, people know him because he's already established his brand. So the fact that you're shout outing something that you like, and again, shout out genuinely. I think I should have meant to go over that at the beginning of this whole like video, but make sure that any of the types of shout outs that you do, that they're genuinely shout outs that you want to do. Don't just do it just because you want that person to shout you out or just because you want to grow. No, it's actual people that's part of your community, people you want to be part of their community. You know, it's a community within a community. That's how you grow on social media. That's just the way it works. You all are doing the same thing. So why not make that web, spread it out, connect? That's important. So big accounts are really good just for people to relate to you. Maybe, you know, there's a bigger account that has something that's like I don't like to use viral content, but a popular piece of content, or, you know, you can post it so you can get people related to it. It brings that genuineness, it brings an emotion to your post and to your account. So what I like to do is sometimes I'll do like, you know, a bigger account that has like a really good quote, or I'll repost like a video or some funny kind of video or whatever that I saw that's like trending or whatever, just to get people to kind of see it. And check it out and kind of make their day. But, you know, the purpose of that is for familiarity, whatever that word is, familiarity, and to also make sure that, you know, obviously it's a bigger account, so people are going to notice right away, oh cool, this is awesome, and like if it relates to you, they're going to probably go to your stories and check out your content because they know that you have relatable content that's related to your niche, your topic, all that stuff. The second thing is relatable content. Perfect timing, right? Because I was saying about relatable content. See what I did there? So relatable content is really content that relates. You're like, Shika, okay, I get that.
What?
What I mean by that is like relatable content is content such as like a meme. Memes are actually so great. There's so many accounts that I follow, big, small, whatever, because they have really good memes that I love, or they talk about body positivity and things that women also talk about when they think about in the morning when they look at themselves in the mirror. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so me. Like, I also like wearing sweats and I don't look that pretty, you know, when I wake up. So like things like that, like I'm sure you've seen relatable content such as like Instagram versus reality. That's a really good relatable content. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but there's this video of this girl where she's like closing her trunk with her baby in her hand, and she like lifts her leg and like closes it, and that thing went viral. Like, it was insane how viral it went. And why it went viral is because she had relatable content. She like decided to, you know, bring down her car with her foot, and it worked, right? So that's kind of something that I think is really good, is like relatable content. It gets people laughing, it gets people kind of intrigued by it, it gets people interested in it. So why not put some funny stuff in there, you know, get people's days. And relatable content, if you are in someone who's like in that type of content, it could also be things like, you know, inspirational videos or whatever if you're a coach, or it could be relatable content if you're in the fashion industry, maybe a trend that's going around that people are like yay or nay, stuff like that, that would relate to your audience. Again, you need to make sure that you know your audience. And again, if you haven't checked out my how to grow on my other videos, how to grow and how to go from 0 to 100 to 10K, all that is in the other videos, so check that out after this. The second thing is your tribe. So this is actually one of the most important shout outs out of all of them that I think is so key, especially if you're just starting out, or even if you're not just starting out and you have a big account already. This is gonna keep on allowing you to grow and have engagement. So for example, let's just kind of walk you into a scenario. If you have someone who is following you, for example, and they always check out your content, they're like your OG, they always comment your stuff, they always check your stories, that's someone that's great to shout out. That's someone to be like, hey, thanks for the love, I'm gonna shout you out, I'm gonna shout out your content, I'm gonna share your post that you just posted as well, because you're also a content creator who just started, or you're a photographer. Or, you know, I loved that, you know, that thing that you said in my DMs, I'm gonna screenshot it and share it. Obviously, you know, share the stuff that you think is good, use your judgment, but share what's good, right? So share what's good though. So I think that's important. So sharing the people that are already following you, that might be average Joe that's next door who has 2 kids and loves your music, share about him. Or maybe it could be someone who is you know, a fashion lover, they love fashion, they work a 9 to 5, sorry there was a dust in my middle of my camera, but they work 9 to 5 and they're like, you know what, I want to share I don't know, their post that they did with this really cool outfit that they just posted of them going to work. Share it, repost it. I think that's one thing that people think about there. Everyone's always looking for like the viral content and like the content that's gonna like get people going. But don't forget, the most important content and the why influencing marketing became a thing was because we were able to relate to our next door neighbors, you know? We can't just relate to the Angelina Jolies anymore. That's like my thing that I always tell you guys. The Angelina Jolies, because like, we don't know Angelina Jolie. Like, we cannot relate to her. We don't also have kids and like been in movies for like Wonder Woman and all that stuff. We can't relate to that. However, what we can relate to is making sure that like, it's our average people, like our friends. And that's key. That's literally the hot sauce for you guys. If you make your following feel like they're your friends, and also share genuinely, not feel like, actually be friends with them. Just like, be friends with your following. That's what really changed it for me, guys. Like when I started chatting with you guys and people would be like, oh my God, I can't believe you even messaged me. It's like, why? I like your content. There's like bomb. Like, why wouldn't I do that? So that's 100%. And that's why I'm focusing so much on this point, because you will not be able to grow or just like, in general, shout outs, whatever, unless you share some love to the people who actually support you. And that doesn't mean only the people that you wish could follow you, but the people who are just following you because they just probably found you on the Explore page, or maybe you commented on someone's thing, or maybe someone referred you and you didn't know about their content, or maybe they just stumbled across it because you commented on their stuff. Whatever it is, you need to make sure that you share that love back. So, you know, share the love, shout out your people, your average Joes, your next door, you know, Joeys, all those people, shout them out. The last thing is community. This is huge. So what I mean by community is like, if you are, you know, maybe you are a coach, or maybe you have a business, or maybe you're in fashion, or, you know, maybe you're in beauty, whatever it may be. Community organizations are amazing because people love things that are sharing about making a change or, you know, contributing to something. It could be a local art, you know, museum or a local art exhibit that you have, maybe an event that's coming up, maybe anything it could be. It could be a new salon that just opened up that ended up liking your stuff. Go and shout them out, share them some love. As a content creator, for you to get you guys know this, for you to get collaborations in general, to get people to follow you, you need to give a little bit. And what I mean by that is giving some love to other people as well. And that might mean nonprofit organizations, startup companies, stuff like that, so they know like, hey, that's really cool, thanks so much. You have a new network, you have a new friend. That's so great. When I think of like brands that I collaborated with, when I think about people that are just following me, I think of them as friends. You know, like I'm always like chatting with people and they're like, oh, like I really want to do this, this, and this. I'm like, I actually know someone who's good with that. And I actually send a message. I'm like, hey, this content creator is really awesome because, you know, they're also in beauty and I think you guys would be a good collaboration for each other. Or, hey, I really think that like, you know, you guys should collaborate with one another. I'm like the bomb prime for that because I feel like, you know, you can't get back if you don't give. And at the end of the day, we're all in this space for many reasons. Some of us are here because we like to creep other content creators. That's cool. Some of us are actually here because we want to do content creation and we want to make a brand or have long-term goals later on. But to do that, you need to give back to the community. That's very key. So I'm always big on like shouting out small companies and stuff like that and giving love. Because I understand it. And also just shouting them out because maybe you went to their salon last weekend to support them and you're like, hey, I had a great experience. Share a review on the business. That's amazing. That's great. It comes back to you. Anyways, that's why shoutouts are so great. They're amazing. They're a great way to connect with people who are just average Joes, the average Joes, to know that they actually, like, you don't only care about the following number, but you actually care about them. It's amazing to put out relatable content such as memes, funny sayings, Instagram versus reality stuff, big and small accounts because, you know, they're also starting out. They also want to share. They're most likely to also want to shout you out and repost as well. Big accounts because it's relatable, and sometimes, just sometimes, if you get a really good content creator, they might repost you as well, which is another how many thousands of people that they have following them. And lastly, community, like I mentioned, which I don't know if I did, but community is so important. It's so key that we discussed just a while ago. You know, give some love to your local businesses. That's where you start off, especially when you're just starting out. That's where the prime is. It's like the local, the smaller organizations. You don't want to go up the corporate ladder with like Walmart and Target to go collaborate with them. Start small, then think big. Think big all the time, but start small and then get up there, right? So that's it. I hope this was very helpful for you guys with why shoutouts are so important. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And down below, let me know what people you like shouting out. Like, is it usually content creators? Is it big accounts, small accounts? If you have any questions on shoutouts, because that was kind of like a short little thing. And any videos that you guys want, because I've been literally just doing videos based on your request. So this has been kind of a request because I know a lot of people were asking, like, do I shout out my competitors? And in short, you know, why not like shout out businesses as well? That's important. I think it's so key. So that was my little answer for you guys right there. Make sure you like this video, you put on the notification bells, and most importantly, subscribe, because, you know, hopefully these videos are helping you out. And I obviously want to help you guys on your journey as much as possible. If you're a content creator or business, or maybe you just want to start Instagram and you're kind of nervous, but hopefully these videos motivate you to just do it, because you just gotta do it. And that's it. Make sure you're following me at Chica_Chica. Come say hi. I'm going to be going to Guatemala soon, or I probably will be already there once you see this video. And that is it. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.